Hey guys, it's Cam. So in this video, we're going to go through 5 things that are guaranteed to make you a better guitarist. Now before I start this video, I've just got to clear up that I'm obviously not a master at classical guitar. I'm no grade 1 guitarist, but I have been playing guitar for over 10 years and I've learned a lot of things on the way that are definitely going to benefit you guys, and most of the things are actually something that I wish I did a long time ago. And the reason I say that is because since I've started doing these things, the results and my progress has been just so much better. I literally look back over a year of what I was playing a year ago and then doing all of these things, and now where I am today, it's quite ridiculous really. So yeah, let's get right into it. So tip number 1 I'd have to say is definitely learn things slowly. Now a lot of people think, well yeah, that's obvious, but I don't think people understand the whole how slow you're meant to learn things. So obviously when you're learning a tune, you've got rhythm, you've got tone, you've got vibratos, you've got bars, you've got hammer-ons, you've got pull-offs, you've got tremolos or tremolos, sometimes you've got rasgueros. There's loads of different things in one piece, which can be quite daunting, especially if you've never done any of those things before. So you've really got to break it down and understand what you can do and what you can't do, and don't move on to the next thing until you can literally do the thing before. So for example, if you're learning a piece, so you've got like 2 bars, you'd learn the first bar and you wouldn't move on to the next bar until you literally can play the first bit, because I promise you, take my word for it, because this is what I've done for many years, if you try and learn the tune at the actual rhythm of the tune and the tone, and you try and learn everything all at once and try and learn more than 1 bar at a time, I mean you can probably get away with 2 bars at a time, but the point is, if you're trying to learn too much at once, I promise you it will be so much slower for you to do that than if you were to actually take things piece by piece and break them down. Trust me, if there's anything you take from this video, take this, because the amount of difference I've seen from learning tunes is quite astronomical. So learn things slowly. Also, another point to learning things slowly, when you're learning things like to the point of where it's so dauntingly slow, your brain kind of tells itself, there's like a little voice in the back of your head that says, I don't want to be playing this tune over and over and over again at this pace, and therefore you do actually learn it a bit quicker because you're kind of forcing yourself to actually learn this tune and get it done. Tip number 2 would be understanding the importance of exercises. Now there are a lot of exercises out there, a lot, and it can be quite daunting, and you think, Christ, which exercise should I be doing every single day? I really need like 3 exercises that I can do every single day. Well, here's one that everybody should be doing, no questions asked. I neglected these exercises for many years because I was too ignorant to kind of see the benefits of them. Obviously it sounds stupid now when I say it, but scales. You need to learn the scales, you need to learn them all, and you need to practice them if you can every single day. The reason I didn't learn them is because I didn't really understand the importance of scales. I just thought you're playing 1 note, 2 note, 3 note, 4 note, 1 note, 2 note, 3 note, 4 note, and I just didn't really see how that's different from actually playing a tune. Again, obviously it sounds really stupid now. So scales build finger strength, they increase your finger accuracy, they make you or help you understand the relationship between notes and why they're called a scale, and most guitar solos and riffs that you see are literally patterns of scales. So if you're trying to learn like a solo on an electric guitar, knowing scales, pentatonic scales, chromatic scale even, C major scale, all the scales, they're probably going to be in that solo somewhere. And obviously find what your weaknesses are. For example, I have been trying to learn rasguero techniques or rasguero techniques for a long time. They're very difficult, and I've learned a lot of right hand exercises because there's a lot of things with my right hand that I'd like to be able to do which I can't. So obviously you've got to do the things like scales and finger independence exercises, which you can find online, or in a minute I'll show you exactly where you can find those. But understand where you're weak. Barring, for example, I was very weak with barring, and a lot of people think it's how hard you squeeze the fucking fretboard, but it's not. It's not about how hard you squeeze, there's way more to it than that. And the reason you really need to learn how to bar is because a lot of tunes have bar chords in them, a lot, especially the ones I want to learn. So it was quite frustrating when I couldn't do the bits with the bars, but now I have no problem barring whatsoever, unless it involves a bar and a really long stretch with any of the fingers. Then it gets a little bit difficult, but then it's difficult for any guitarist realistically. So like I said, you need to find what you're weak in, or what you're crap at basically. And who is the best person to find what you're bad at? A guitar teacher. Now I know what you're thinking immediately, especially if you're quite young. There are a lot of people that believe that they can get very good at a musical instrument by teaching themselves through YouTube and the internet, because admittedly there are a lot of resources out there nowadays for people to be able to teach themselves virtually anything really. So this was the approach that I took for many years, believing that I could literally teach myself anything. I could teach myself how to read music, I could teach myself all the techniques, no problem, as long as I keep watching the same video and think, right, now okay, let me try that, okay, now try that. Honest to God, the day I got a guitar teacher, he broke down so many bad habits and things that I was doing wrong, which I had no idea that I was doing wrong. And that's because you can't see everything that you're doing. You just can't, even if you're playing in front of a mirror. But yeah, he literally had one lesson, and the amount of things I learned from that one lesson, I went home and went, Jesus. I mean, one of the things he said was my right hand is very strong. Very good. I've got a very high grade right hand. My right hand could probably do or learn things about 10 times quicker than my left hand could, because my left hand sucks. And funnily enough, apparently it's the other way round. Normally people struggle with right hand movements because they can be more intricate. They're just a little bit more complicated. They involve a lot more different movements in the hands. Whereas the left hand is virtually pressing notes and frets. So that was quite weird. So he basically said my left hand sucks, I've got really crap finger independence, and I need to go practice that all the time. And that is exactly what I did, and oh my god, my guitar has improved dramatically since then. I can play tunes now that I literally thought, I'm never going to be able to play that, no chance. I mean, I still can't play them. I mean, for example, Asturias, can't quite play that yet, but I'm much closer to be able to play that now, or being able to play that. It doesn't seem like an impossible mission now, because my left hand is a lot better. And obviously they can teach you how to read music, which is what my teacher's doing now. I'm finding that very difficult. For some reason, I'm not absorbing it like I would if I was a lot younger. So my advice would be, if you're young, learn how to read music when you're young, because once you get a full-time job and you get other commitments, things start to become a lot harder to sink in. Now I'm only 23, but I'm already noticing it. So yeah, if you're like 14 or younger, do it now, seriously. I know it's boring, but trust me, it will help. And obviously a guitar teacher can give you a really positive outlook and tell you what your strengths are. And that also keeps you motivated. You think, oh, I'm actually good at that. Oh, fair enough. And you can play tunes to your guitar teacher, and they can be like, right, you need to do this. And you'll go home and you'll do what he did, and you'll realise how much better the tune sounds. You think, I would never have known that from YouTube. And the fourth tip would be pumping Nylon. Now this book, I don't really buy guitar books. I mean, I got a lot of guitar books from my guitar teacher because he's very generous. But this guitar book is absolutely insane. It's by Scott Tennant. You can get it on eBay for like £10–15. And loads of guitarists that I watch recommend it. I mean, Tatiana, who plays music like this, she's absolutely incredible. She recommends this book. My guitar teacher recommended it. I got it, and it is insane. Why is it so good? It has so much music in there, but it's music that will enhance your skills. So if you learn those pieces, I mean, obviously every tune that you learn is going to help you to a point. If you learn tunes that are really easy, obviously not. But these tunes really challenge you in loads of different areas, and they do make you think, wow, I actually suck at this. So it's brilliant. Loads of exercises. It's got nail care on there. I mean, you name it, it's got everything in there. So my final tip to become a better guitarist immediately is to stay consistent. What do I mean by that? I don't mean like, you know, watch motivational videos online and things like that. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, this is really important. If there's another thing you want to take from this video, this would be it as well. Create a realistic practice routine that you stick to, and I mean stick to it. So if you can squeeze in only half an hour a day, you make sure you squeeze in half an hour every single day. I play for at least minimum hour and a half every single day, and that's easy for me, hour and a half, no problem. Ideally, I'd like to start being able to play for 3 to 4 hours a day in the evenings, which I'm getting closer to that goal. You know, your fingers start adjusting to be able to play that long. My fingers now are rock solid. I promise you, if you stick to it, you will notice a difference probably in a week. If you were to say, right, I'm going to play an hour every night for a week, I bet you see a difference the next week. It's that quick. I mean, obviously progress slows down and things like that. It's a bit like going to the gym. When you first start, you can gain muscle really quickly, and then the second year it slows right down. It's basically like that. I don't know how we've started talking about muscle gains in a guitar video, but there you go. And obviously the more you practice each evening, the better you're going to get. But there's people I know that won't play at all during the week and then play a lot on the weekends. That's all well and good, and I used to do that, but I stopped doing it and I started being consistent and continued playing a lot on the weekends, and the progress difference was quite astronomical really. So don't just leave it all during the week and then play loads at the weekend, because you're not going to see as much benefit from that. You need to build the calluses in your left hand, and the best way to do that is to keep playing consistently every day. Sometimes my fingers hurt so much that I can't play for 2 days. Literally, they hurt so much, especially the index finger. That happens, big deal. If you have to take a week's break from guitar because you're getting bored of it, do it, and watch guitarists that are really technically good, really talented. If you watch someone like Grisha, Grisha, on YouTube, or Tatiana, they're just amazing, and they're so clean with their techniques, and they will teach you a thing or two. So that wraps it up, guys. Stay consistent, stay motivated, you will get better. Progress for playing musical instruments is slow. It is like learning a language almost. Bonus tip: don't think that a tune is a million miles off and you're never going to be able to learn it. Have a little go. Dive in, see how hard it actually is. You might be surprised. You might surprise yourself. That's my bonus tip. Don't try and learn songs that you could definitely play, because you're not going to get any better. So learn tunes that are hard. Take a plunge. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and share it around. If you feel like you've got a friend who's a guitarist who could benefit from this video, maybe. And subscribe if you're new. I will try and make more videos like this, because I just like talking about guitar and music in general. So yeah, hit me up if you've got any questions on Instagram. My Instagram is camxash, because some guy took my name, so I had to chuck a little X in there. Yeah, so that's my name, camxash. Or you can leave a comment on this video, or however you want to do it, on my Facebook page. It's Camash. And yeah, I hope to hear from you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I've been Cam, and I'm out.